I'm just going to shuffle this a few more times. I feel like I have to. I'm kind of feeling superstitious. Okay, before we get into it, please, Spirit, help me to cleanse the energy in this room. Please help me tune in and focus on my Leo Sun Moon risings, or people who have strong Leo placements in their chart. Please help me to cleanse all negative energy, entities, and spirits from my body, from my cards, and from my home, so that I may offer clear, honest messages to my Leo bebers. Welcome, Leo. So lovely to have you here. Welcome back, Diane. Welcome, Angie. It's so lovely to see you. We're going to be closing our live streams today with our Leo November predictions. I'm so sorry to those who have heard this spiel so much, but I gotta do it really quickly because we are getting a lot of new subscribers. So for those who are new, we're doing a monthly general predictions reading for Leo Sun Moon risings, or people who have strong Leo placements. We're focusing specifically on November. However, it is a general prediction. So if you're looking for love specific predictions, I do those once a month. The next one is in about 2 weeks. I recommend you subscribe and join the family if you want to be a part of the live stream, or if you just want to get messages about your love life specifically around then. Now, in today's reading, I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from this tarot deck, which will tell us the 3 main themes that you can expect to experience in the month ahead. I'll then be getting specific information with tarot, and we're going to get advice for each of the themes as well. So let's get into it. Hi, Misty. Welcome back. Hi, Gwen. Let's have a look. What can we expect for Leo? I'm curious, Leo bebes. What's going on? What is happening for Leo in November? Oh, that was a bit chunky. What is going on for Leo in November? We have the Empress reversed. What's going on for Leo? We're going to take this one. We have the 9 of Swords reversed. Actually, we got to take these 2 apparently. We have the 10 of Cups reversed and the Ace of Coins reversed. Interesting. At the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay. I see this 10 of Swords reversed as a helpful feeling, because it feels like I'm sensing liberation. I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. I just wonder if this light is coming in a way where you're almost having regrets. You're looking at the light and you're looking at the situation now that you can see clearly, and you're thinking to yourself like, damn, maybe this could have been out, like I could have handled this better. Or I almost feel like you're seeing things and you're looking at it as there are mistakes that were made and this could have been done a lot better. I want to clarify straight away, because I don't want to make you feel any worse than you already do. I feel like you're going to be your biggest critic anyway, and I think in November you're going to be very maybe hyperfixated on mistakes. So I just want to get the facts from Spirit so that we can reassure you, hopefully, and help you see things outside of your own bias. So what's going on with this Empress energy, please, Spirit? Why is the Empress reversed? Yeah, I'm getting a strong message of feeling infertile. What is going on with this Empress energy, please, Spirit? We have Judgment coming out reversed. Okay, what is going on with this Empress energy? We have the Knight of Wands reversed. What's going on with this Empress energy? We have the 5 of Cups reversed. And at the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man upright. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me get my second deck real quick. Oh my goodness. I don't see this as a bad feeling. You know how obviously when we hear the word infertile, we immediately think of it as a bad situation. What I am seeing is a grace period, a feeling of if you were to jump ahead and really push yourself to grow right now, you would be forcing yourself to do things that you're not really ready for. I feel like you really got to take it easy on yourself in November. You've got to pay extra attention to yourself, and you've got to really make sure that you're not taking on too much. and you're not kind of pushing yourself to be there for everyone at all times. I feel like you're getting this strong desire to nurture someone and to really look after them, or to really kind of push your boundaries when it comes to nurturing something outside of your own self-care. But you really need to pay attention to the fact that you've done this before and it hasn't worked out. You need to really just see this as a sign to slow down and to just stay more focused on yourself in November. There's going to be heaps of hints and clues that you're doing the most and it's time to kind of pull back. And I feel like judgment is here because you know this, you're guilty of doing this, and you're going to be reminded of this in the month ahead. The other reason why judgment is here is because I feel like there is going to be a situation where there's no new news, in the sense of it's kind of very old. You've heard that message before, but it's being relayed back to you to remind you of what you should be focusing on, what your priority should be, and how you should be handling a situation that could be unnecessarily stressful if you push yourself too hard. I think with the Knight of Wands reversed, there's almost this dignity of risk here. I think you may be dealing with an individual that you could be feeling very responsible for, but you've got to kind of let them figure it out for themselves. If it doesn't resonate in that way, I see the Knight of Wands reversed as you just allowing the situation to unfold without you having to control it, without you having to kind of force it into a safety net, into a safe zone. I almost wonder if this Knight of Wands reversed is asking for you to be more hands-off and to try not to kind of force it to be something, because I feel like a lot of you will try to force it to be something. Sorry about that glitch. I don't know what happened there. That's really annoying. I am also watching, so chat, post anything you want, and I will be reading the comments. If you want clarification, please let me know. I see this Five of Cups reversed though. I mean, overall, the message here is trying to stay hopeful and trying to make the right changes for the sake of emotional preservation. It feels like this Five of Cups is making necessary changes to our emotional behavior so that we are preserving what we have for self and for the right people. I do see the Hanged Man as stillness. I think the overall message here is to not push too far, to not force things to happen, and to also not get yourself into a situation where you are taking on too much and you're not ready for that actually. I see the Hanged Man as a fresh perspective, and maybe you learning throughout the month to feel less guilty for saying no to things, and to feel less guilty for not being able to coddle and be other people's safety nets. Let's get any other messages though with the second deck for Leo. What is this Empress reversed? What is this Empress reversed energy? Oh, welcome everyone. It's so lovely to see all your names in the chat. We have the Ace of Swords coming out. What is this Empress reversed energy for my Leos? My Leos, look at that. There you are, sweet soul. We got the sun coming out for you. What is going on with this Empress energy? Oh, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, take it easy. Honestly, I even see some of you guys disappearing. Like, people are going to be like, hey, I haven't seen you in like a month. What have you been doing? Oh, I've just been focusing on myself and my kids. Me and my kids have just gone on a little getaway, just us. I've just been focusing on me and my partner. Me and my partner just went on a getaway. Me and my cat just went on a getaway. You know, me and myself. You're literally just taking the people that you need to. You're only hanging around the people that you need to. I'm so sorry that this camera keeps going in and out. That is so frustrating. I don't know why it keeps doing that too. I apologize. I'm checking the connection. It seems strong. It might just be really hot in here, so technology's struggling. But I do feel like this theme is very much about embracing an idea, embracing a thought, and kind of cultivating this opportunity, this idea into a new opportunity, a new way of doing things. I see the Ace of Swords as clarity. I really feel like you've got to start doing what you know, practicing what you preach when it comes to self-preservation, self-care, and making sure that you are voicing that to the right people. Because for some of you, the Sun card, this Knight of Wands reversed, is looking like emergency leave from work to help de-stress and just get into self-preservation mode. It also looks like you may be needing to explain to the school, like, I need to take my kids out for a couple of days, like, we just need to focus on ourselves. Whatever this is, you may need to kind of convey that to key people, but the goal here is to mostly action that for self and do what you need to for self. I'm also seeing a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment and a strong sense of connection with key people that make you feel warm, that are very healing, and creating memories with those people outside of the mundane. So this kind of resonates as moments that are almost Kodak moments, right? You can't replicate them. They're experiences that happen in the present moment, but they're fond kind of moments that you look back on in hindsight when you're in the future. So it feels like a lot of this is about cultivating the right time, quality time, doing the right things that will make you happy and that will make key people in your life happy. It's not going to make everybody happy, but that's not the goal. Where the goal here is self-preservation. And with the Three of Pentacles reversed, I definitely see you going into kind of silent mode here and focusing more on yourself, and even kind of separating yourself from maybe certain family members or people who are close to you, just explaining like, listen, I need some time away, like I'll see you in a month's time, I just need to focus on me. I can see you asking for distance and space from someone who's used to being able to spend a lot of time with you. So what is the key advice here with this Empress theme? Oh, Diane, that makes a lot of sense. What is the advice here with this Empress theme for Leo? I feel like this whole theme was advice, but just in case there's anything that I've missed. What is the advice? Oh, we're going to take them both. At the back of the deck, we have Refinement. This card doesn't come out very often. It is the number 42. We have Scorpio, some air, and it's the Dahlia card as well in this deck. The cards that have flipped over, let's have a look. We got Divination, the Chives card, and Affection. I'll be honest with you, this card has been haunting our readings. I feel like Sorrel's come out in every fire sign, and in that weird position too. I swear I shuffle these cards. I swear I do. It's just a collective theme, clearly. There's a strong feeling here of please focus on self-preservation and giving affection to the people that matter to you, because I feel like the goal here isn't to make everybody happy. In fact, with affection reversed, we're not going to be able to achieve what we want within our close personal relationships unless we do follow through with our self-preservation plans and intentions. I can also see this affection card reversed being a go back to basics energy. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't try to be super extravagant. Don't try to, overindulge. Just keep it simple and have fun. I can see how this Chives and Divination energy is strongly calling for transformation and trust in the information that you have, trying to make sure that you're not overcomplicating it by reading too far into it. Just trust that the situation is trying to help you transform by making changes that are helpful to your future. And I feel like the reason why we have fire on this card for you, and why that card specifically came out, is because it doesn't have to be painful, it doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't even have to be frustrating. It can be an exciting time where you just give yourself the opportunity to express, to have fun, to have outlets, to be creative, to be playful, to be joyful. And you can even just give yourself time to just relax if you want to with this Hanged Man. You don't have to be doing the most, but I think that a lot of your self-preservation actually either involves you embracing your Leo aspects, that creativity, that fun, that play, that kind of laughter, and that sense of connection that Leos crave too from specific people, and just making sure that in terms of your energy, you're getting that sense of vitality through what you're doing. I think with Refinement at the back of the deck, Spirit is just saying, like, it doesn't have to be super complicated, and it doesn't have to be something that's well thought out and well planned and kind of like down to a T. Refinement, I feel, is reversed because we just need to do it. We don't need to overthink it. and overcomplicate it. And I think that the answers and the clarity and the change in perspective is just going to happen naturally. It's not something that should be forced either. So that's what I'm seeing with that first theme. Oh my gosh, Angie, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. Oh, wow. Let's have a look at what's going on with this Nine of Swords for you now. What is happening with this Nine of Swords? Oh my days. There we go. What is happening with this Nine of Swords? We have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Nine of Swords to the Knight of Swords reversed. I hate having to say those two together. It's such a tongue twister. I have to remember to say the Knight, not the Knight of Swords. What is going on here for Leo? We have the Sun again in the reverse position. What is going on for Leo with the Nine of Swords reversed? Well, Angie, I hope your surgery goes well in December. If I don't get to catch you in another live stream, I hope everything goes well. I hope you have a speedy recovery. I hope your mum is doing well as well. I hope she has a speedy recovery, just in case I don't connect with you again. At the back of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles at the back in the upright position. To be honest, I think this is a classic case of you getting yourself into a negative mindset because of a lack of confidence in how something may progress. I am seeing with the Knight of Swords reverse, there are delays, there are limitations and actions that we can take in this theme. And the Nine of Swords overall is this strong feeling of either feeling like we have regrets, feeling like things could be different, like what if we did this instead? But the truth of the matter is we can't change what has happened. We're reflecting on a past instance and we're looking at it as though it's right in our present and we should have done this and we should have done that. But the truth is, like, it's out of our hands at this point. I definitely can see you kind of being really hard on yourself here, especially with that Ten of Swords reversed as your bottom deck energy. I think this is where that heavy overall theme from the beginning is coming from. And I see with the Sun reversed, there is a strong feeling of pessimism here, right in the center of your reading. The Sun card in this deck is actually a very dark card anyway, but to see it reversed, it's like really heavy blanket of doubt. And I wonder with the Two of Pentacles reversed, if this is us just trying to prepare for the, I want to say worst case scenario, but I also feel like we're just trying not to take on too much as well, because sometimes the Two of Pentacles can make us feel too busy. It can make us feel like we're juggling things and having to kind of manage too much at once in our day-to-day. So I feel like overall, even though there is like a heaviness to this theme, it's us just trying to be protective and trying not to take on too much and to juggle too much. The Five of Pentacles does make me concerned though, because I see that as you lacking and feeling like you're lacking and feeling like you're missing out. Something could be happening in November that you can't go to, that could involve a lot of people that you care about, and you feel like you're missing out on that because of your physical circumstances. You are maybe concerned about being able to make it through certain changes in November and how your finances are going to look. Let's get clarification. What is going on with this Nine of Swords in relation to their finances, Spirit, and their career? What can you tell, Leo? We have the Judgment card reversed. So the truth is, you've gained a lot of information about the situation already. I think you really need to pay attention to what you do know in terms of the facts. And you do need to consider that as cautions and warnings, and consider alternate strategies or things that you can do to address the information that you have. I feel like you should be paying attention to warnings and red flags when it comes to your money. Is there anything else that they need to know about solutions around this? Solutions to their any financial situations, challenges? The Ace of Wands. So be open to a new way of earning income. It could have to do with a hobby or an interest, a creative passion. I feel like this opportunity is something that you will be passionate about. And I think with the King of Pentacles, it may even put you in a position of autonomy, of like being self-employed or being responsible in managing something from a distance, even physically removed from being having to be there physically. I think with that King of Pentacles, solutions to your financial any financial challenges seem to be stemming from autonomy. Like, how can you be more in control, be more kind of, yes, responsible, but have more control over how you make money? I see this opportunity potentially coming from a creative passion, something that you are passionate about in general, or something that makes you very excited. It could be a skill that you've recently learned or that you've recently gained that you have the opportunity to make money from. And I feel like this is coming in a way of you're being called to invest or to at least sign into a lot of responsibility from the beginning for the King of Pentacles to be there. Although the opportunity may be fresh, the sense of responsibility seems to be quite large from the beginning. Is there any other clarity you can give them around that before we move forward? Hi, Tasha, welcome. You have the Tower reversed. Yeah, so I feel like the Tower reverse is saying take it slow. If you try to move this too fast, you may be experiencing little hiccups in the beginning that need to be addressed seriously. I want to say that for those who do have their own business or those who are in a high sort of level of authority or management already, there is some sort of idea that you should be implementing that has to do with making sure that you're being efficient with energy, you're being efficient with creativity, and you're being efficient with the fact that people are more productive at these times, or most of the income seems to be coming from this source. I feel like there is a feeling of making the most out of the energy that you have and trying to find a way to get the most out of it. And I feel like with the blasted Tower reverse, there's going to be little signs of what needs tweaking, what needs finessing, and where the solutions are versus where the problems are. So pay attention to those signs and make the changes necessary in the early stages to make sure that they don't cause huge cracks in the future. I can also see how Spirit is asking for you to be flexible here within your workplace. This could look like even taking on temporary work or trying to do like fill-in work, sort of sub-temping work. I could also see how with the blasted Tower reverse, just pay attention to where these signs are kind of directing you, whether they're problems, challenges, or solutions. Now, aside from income, is there anything else that they need to know about this Nine of Swords energy? Is there anything else they need to know? We have the Princess of Swords in the reverse position. I feel like this is about you maybe outgrowing a situation and you are still putting yourself in this mentality of, well, this is where I'm at and this is what I need to do, when actually you've eclipsed it. You've gotten to the point where you're either too smart for your own good, there's no point pretending like you still fit into this, or you're actually kind of limiting your potential. I think that this Nine of Swords, that overall message of having doubt, is you discrediting the information you have, the smarts that you have, but also the research that you've done. If this involves something that you are worried about, I feel like you've done enough research, you've asked enough questions, you've consulted the right people. Like, whatever this is, you seem mostly worried that what you have done and what you have researched or what you've been told, the information that you have, isn't enough. Is there anything else they need to know before we get advice? We have the Universe reversed. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to learn from this. There's going to be doubts, there's going to be challenges, but there's also going to be those positive twists to the challenges. I feel like your goal here is, if something isn't working, learn from it and twist it into a lesson that can be kind of, what is the word, like, gained, if that makes sense. The main goal here is learn from the challenges. Learn from the challenges. Don't feel too disheartened. Don't see these setbacks as a permanent sign of failure or as something not working out. I feel like this Universe card is saying there are going to be lessons here. There's going to be kind of little things that need to be tweaked, but You can still get to that successful outcome as long as you pay attention to what needs to be tweaked and take your time with it. If it feels right, go with it. If it doesn't feel right, wait until it does. With the Knight of Wands reversed, I don't know if you should rush into like making this such a heavy thing. I think you should see it more as an outlet, as an opportunity to kind of express and to free something up, if that makes sense, to get something off your chest even, or to heal something even. What is the advice here for the Nine of Swords? We have the Victory card reversed. This is the nasturtium card in this deck. We've actually got some Aries energy on there. What is the advice here for the Leos in November with this Nine of Swords? Oh wow, Angie, that actually makes a lot of sense. What is the advice here? We have continuance, yeah, so that's really strong confirmation for me. There may be a minor setback. In fact, there may even be a moment in November where something that you really want is looking like it's not working out the way that you expected, but the goal here is to learn from those challenges, to not feel disheartened by the false starts or the cancelled plans or the little things that kind of cause delays. I can see with continuance that your advice is to keep moving forward. Your advice is to put in the hard work and to learn from those mistakes, learn from those setbacks, so that you can come through more refined and stronger next time. At the back of the deck, we have the cucumber card. I feel like this is something worth nurturing. I just think that you've got to look at it in both a logical and practical way, as well as your emotional sort of investment, because I see like your heart is in this, but I do feel like in terms of the success, we need to be a little bit more realistic and reasonable with ourselves. We've got to be to the point where we're not just beating ourselves up and getting down over the fact that it's not exactly moving forward in the way that we wanted it to in November, which is easier said than done, but I hope that that helps to clarify the path and to kind of explain why things may not work out the way that you had expected. Because I do feel like the main issue here is either getting the go-ahead from the right person, getting the right person to say kind of, Leo, go for it, it's time, let's do it, or you just feeling like you're not very confident about what you're making or what you're doing. I can also see that a major blockage or a major challenge will be you feeling like you don't have enough support to be successful. And I think that something like that is either going to take time, or it's going to take the fact that you may need to get more information, ask more questions, or even kind of get into a more confident place where you're able to offer the right version of yourself in the first place. It's very interesting energy there. It's going to apply to all of you differently, but I hope that was helpful. I am going to have to move forward now. We're going to have a look at your last theme over here. Oh, wow. That makes a lot of sense, Wardrobe Warrior. Oh, I hope this works out for you, sweets. You got this. You got this. Good on you for trying to make those changes anyway. And for really pushing through. You got this, Wardrobe Warrior. Let's have a look. What's going on with this last theme for my Leo Bebes? So I realize that it's really glary over here, so I'm looking at the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Coins reversed. Hi, welcome. What is going on with this 10 of Cups and Ace of Coins reversed for Leo? Okay, we have the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Wands reversed. What's going on with this 10 of Cups, Ace of Coins for Leo? We have the Chariot and the Strength card reversed. That's you. There could be Cancer Leo cusps as well. Take that as confirmation that this message is probably for you. We have the 4 of Wands reversed at the back of the deck. I feel like that is saying overall, this theme is very much about getting out of a comfort zone and reassessing what you want and what you're kind of working towards when it comes to your close like relationships, your emotional fulfillment, and kind of gaining more experience and more opportunities. I feel like there is a conflict here between your material desires and your emotional commitments. And I wonder if you're going to have to kind of battle between the two in November, either because you're feeling restricted by one or both. And it's this strong feeling of trying to just find kind of peace between that. I can also see with the Four of Wands, you kind of changing your lifestyle or trying to kind of physically move, even with the Six of Swords here. But the overall message is getting out of a comfort zone. And I feel like this comfort zone is more about a restlessness to have more. Is my Ten of Cups truly out there? Can I have this Ace of Coins opportunity, this new material opportunity? It's highly likely that you're going to come across as being selfish to certain people, only because you're really putting yourself first. And I think that the people who see you as being selfish are going to be people who may have either taken advantage of you for your loyalty and your kindness, or people who are used to you saying yes to them and kind of doing what they want you to do. I think that they will also perceive you selfish if you choose another opportunity over them. And I don't feel like this is actually selfish. Like, I don't feel like you're doing this with bad intentions. You're doing this because you want more, especially with the Six of Swords here. A lot of you, if you don't resonate as someone who's ready to take on a new material opportunity, you're going to be really researching and thinking about it though. Someone may even offer it to you. I can see how the Six of Swords is a conversation, and the conversation is about, well, where do we go from here? How do we move forward? What do we kind of, what do we do? What do I do? What do you do? It's a bit difficult because I see the Six of Swords as like a Three of Swords times two, one person having their say and the other person having their say, and then trying to come to a peaceful understanding. But I do see you getting to that peaceful understanding. I think with the Two of Wands reversed, though, you are definitely cutting ties with something as you move forward. And you realize that for those who aren't ready to move forward, you're realizing that, damn, if I want to move forward, I have to cut ties with something or someone. So the Chariot is reversed because I feel like someone is feeling like they're missing out on your growth, and you may be delaying decisions because of your feelings towards someone, or because you're afraid of jeopardizing something else. I do wonder if delays and fears are more around, will this work out for me? Like, I'm not really confident about this being the right decision. And I think that's why the Strength card is reversed too, is you seem to be worried about the timing, and also you're lacking confidence in taking the action that you want. I see you being very concerned about this not working out and about you being wrong. And it feels like it's coming from more of an ego place, only because it would mean so much to you at this point in your journey to be right and to prove the situation right. And so I don't see that as a wrong thing or as a bad thing. I just feel like your ego is like, Leo, we got to do this. Like, this has to be right. We have to prove them wrong. And that's kind of your motivation to try to research this and move away from whatever this is as well. So, what is, like, when I say research, it feels like you're looking for answers. You're looking for solutions. You're looking for a way out. You're looking for a way forward. So what else does Leo need to know about this Ten of Cups, Ace of Coins energy? Yeah, someone is very sad because they were expecting you to always be there. It could be an employer, it could be a family member, it could be, I don't know, a neighbor even. Someone who's like, you're leaving? That's what it feels like. You're leaving? We have the King of Swords coming out in the reverse position. What is this energy about for Leo in November? Oops. We have the Empress and the Six of Swords. Yeah, you know what? It's about damn time. Literally, it's about damn time. At the bottom of the deck, oh my lord. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So, let me chuck my Queen of Cups over there. I see this energy overall as you are trying to be so compassionate and kind, but you also need to do what's best for you. Your intuition is pinging about this theme specifically, saying like, Leo, this is what we should be doing. Leo, you're a very kind person, but Leo, it's time to do this. Spirit wants you to know that I see you, personally, I see you moving forward with compassion, but I do also see how your feelings are twisted in this, because there is a weird play on loyalty and a weird play on compassion here. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's going to be different for all of you, but there is a sense of compassion and loyalty that is preventing you from moving forward. And you kind of being afraid of how to nurture a new opportunity instead of what you have currently. And so for that reason, some of you may spend a lot of time thinking about this and internalizing this impulse and this desire, and just kind of ruminating on the fact that things aren't really working out the way that you had hoped. Others of you are going to feel very frustrated by the fact that you can't make this happen sooner than you want it to. You may be frustrated by the fact that you have to wait and you have to be patient and you have to just stay here and work through the issues until you have the opportunity to move forward. Because for some of you, it feels like a bridge is being broken and you were hoping to cross it before it was broken, and now you have to wait for another opportunity. But I do think with the Empress and the Six of Swords being here, the overall message is, if you are given an opportunity and you do turn it down, I feel like something else is eventually going to come around again or in a different way. And this first opportunity was really just to pique your interest and to show you what else is out there. I do see the winds of change in this part of your reading. And I think that even if you try to be stubborn and you try to be that proper fixed sign where you just put your head down, you're like, I don't like change, I do see you eventually making changes, and even physical changes where you're physically moving in order to get your growth and get your abundance and continue your path to this fertility that you feel you're not being able to enjoy right now. But in the immediate future, a lot of you are going to play it safe, and you're just going to have to navigate what you've been given, and you're not going to want to take on more than that. For those who are seeking change, I do feel like there is a misdirection of energy. I think that the change that you are seeking is seeking you too, but it's coming from a direction that may not be your first choice. So I do feel like some of you are going to be very frustrated by the fact that your expectations aren't exactly aligned with the reality of the situation, but I can see change happening for you. I just feel like it may not happen in November. I'm seeing more of this internal shift, a lot of realization, and a lot of confirmation that it's time to get ourselves out of something and into something new. So let's get some advice. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Dom and White Soul. My gosh, I'm sneezing now. What the heck? So many random bodily functions come out when I channel. What is the advice here for Leo with this last theme? We have duality and wholeness coming out in the reverse position. Number 27. We got the number 33. Aquarius. Who's on this card? Is there a sign? There's no sign. Awkward. We also have water. We have a pentagram, and then we have the medical sign as well. That's interesting. I don't know what you call that emblem. I just associate it with medicine. At the back of the deck, we have abundance. Yeah, see, your advice is eventually you're going to find it very hard to say no. I do see growth. I definitely see abundance. I see success. I just feel like for some of you, if you're seeking it now, it may not come to you in the way that you had originally hoped. It may feel like you need to wait a little bit longer for the right thing to come around. For those who aren't seeking it, it is finding you. And you may turn it down, but it's going to come back even stronger. And if the next opportunity you get is going to be too hard to say no to. I genuinely feel like your advice is to see any changes as an opportunity to gain more abundance, as difficult as those changes may be temporarily, because you may not be wanting to make those changes or to kind of be in a different space and out of your comfort zone. The goal here is abundance. That's why the universe is making all of this happen and bringing all of this to your awareness. With duality reversed, I feel like your advice here is to just focus on what is in front of you. I can see how you aren't wanting to kind of have one foot here, one foot there, and you're not trying to work in two places at once or do two things at once. That's fair. So I think your advice is to really just close one chapter before you start the next, and to say your piece before you move forward, for those who resonate as needing to have that difficult yet healing and honest conversation. I do wonder if this card is also talking about you being very specific about your feelings, maybe needing to keep some things to yourself if this is a professional setting, while needing to expose other things. I almost see like honest feedback here with this card about what hasn't been working and about why you're leaving. The other thing I'm seeing is with the wholeness card here, the advice for all of you, whether you resonate as someone that is seeking change or someone who isn't, the advice here is to just keep seeking your truth, keep seeking your best possible outcome, because the necessary outcome will come your way. I do think that whatever is meant to be will be, and I think that you have every right to say no, it's your story. But eventually I can see some big things happening for my Leo babies. And I feel like at the end of the day, we're only given as much as we can take. And remind yourself that when you're given opportunities. If you do need more time, that's fine. The universe will work with you. But I feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be underestimating your ability to grow and your ability to transform with these changes. So that's really what I'm seeing for you, Leo, when it comes to your November predictions for the month ahead. I hope that was helpful. I hope that that did clarify some things and fill in the gaps. But at the very least, I hope it confirmed what you may have already known. It may resonate more as the month progresses, but if it didn't resonate 100%, you could have messages in your sun, moon, rising signs. That's where I'm going to end your reading, sweet pea. It's been a pleasure to read for you. I will be going live very soon with my earth and air signs, if you do have signs there, but look out for more information on the community section of this channel if you want to tune into that reading. Otherwise, I wish all of you a prosperous, successful, abundant, happy, joyful month ahead. Thank you for your time, your energy, your support, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye!